Hello learners, I welcome you all to this English grammar class. Previously we have discussed about adverb clauses. There are different types of adverb clauses. Among them, one adverb clause is there, that is adverb clause of condition. They are if clauses, you can say conditional sentences. They are all adverb clauses of condition. So today we will discuss about if sentences or if clauses. One thing first, those who are visiting this channel for the first time, they can subscribe this channel to get more and more video classes. But today we will discuss about if clauses. There are of four types. They are likely if 0, if 1, if 2 and if 3. So first we will discuss about if 0. If 0 an adverb clause of condition which indicates scientific truth. Let's today discuss one by one with some examples for our understanding. It always describes general statements or general truths. We can say scientific truths. We can say them universal truths. Then come to second one, that is if 1. If 1 is 50-50 chance of possibility. It may happen or may not happen. Third, if 2. If 2 is imaginary. We can say them hypothetical sentences or hypothetical clauses. Then we come to if 3, that is unfulfilled. We can say them unfulfilled means impossible, which was impossible in past, or unfulfilled condition. So come, let's discuss about one by one, if 0, if 1, if 2 and if 3, taking some proper examples and some rules and structures. So first of all, we will know very important thing. If a sentence starts with if, there must be a comma. If part is a conditional part. Two important things are there. I will write them. You note it down. There are two major rules. First is that when a sentence starts with if, we always put a comma where this conditional clause finishes before the beginning of the main clause. Then second rule is that we don't use will, shall, can and may, this type of modals in the part of the sentence where if presents. Means if part, we should not use will, shall, can or may, this type of modals. Now let's discuss about different types of conditional sentences or if clauses with some examples and structure. Now we discuss about if 0. It always relates with general truth or scientific truth or universal truth. Its structure is simple present plus simple present. Means in adverb clause, means in subordinate clause, in adverb clause, in if clause, simple present tense or present simple tense should be there. And next part, in main part also, simple present will be there. No will, shall, may, can will be used. You see some example. Ice melts if we heat it. We can mark here ice melts. This indicates simple present form or present simple form. We heat it. This is also simple present form or present simple form. Here it is a scientific truth. We can say if you put oil on water, it floats. It is also general truth. If we drop a glass, it breaks. If we begin this sentence with if, you can write in this way. You can see the use of comma here. If we heat ice, it melts. Here also both the parts have simple present tense, but you see If plus the total sentence begins with if. So it is necessary for us, according to the rule, we have to put a comma where this adverb clause of condition finishes. Now main clause starts. It mains. So before the main clause, where the adverb clause of condition finishes, the if part finishes, we have to put a comma there. We can write, if we pour oil on water, it floats. Here both the parts are in simple present form. You mark the comma here because the sentence starts with if. We can say oil floats if we pour it on water. Similarly, so many sentences are there. You have to be very careful where there are scientific truths, general truths or universal truths. You have to use if zero sentence, but both the parts have simple present and simple present. So we finish if 0 here. Now we will discuss about if 1. We will discuss first about the structures. If 1, if 2 and if 3. When a sentence starts with if, then if part, comma and main part. We saw simple present in if part and will or shall or can or may plus verb in the main part. First is if 1. If 2, simple past or past simple in if part, then comma, would or should or could or might plus verb in the main part. If 3, past perfect in if part, comma, then would or should or could or might plus verb plus V3 means past participle in the main part. We will take some example, just very simple example. Suppose there is a discussion between a teacher and a student. Suppose at the time of the exam, just exam is tomorrow, a student asks his teachers to help him over telephone and student lives at some 10 kilometers away from the teacher. The teacher says, yes, I will help you if you come. That is 50-50% chance because exam is yet to come. If the student visits the teacher, he can clarify his doubts. Just we can write like this: if you come, comma, I will help you. You see here the verb you come, this is simple present, and will plus verb. But the day passed, evening came, the student did not visit the teacher's house. So the teacher has more affection, and what he would say? He would say, if you came, I would help you. The teacher says, if you came, I would help you. You see the structure here. This is part simple or simple past and would plus verb in the main part. So we can say this is example of if 1. In the morning the discussion was there. It was possible to some extent. So we can say 50-50 chance is here. But in the evening chance is totally less. So we can say this is imaginary. If 2, teacher says, if you came, I would help you. Student says, sir, weather is bad. I cannot visit, sir. I cannot go, sir. This is the condition of if 2. So teacher says, if you came, I would help you. But the night passed, the day of exam came, the student after the exam and could not get more marks. At that time, after declaration of result, what the teacher would say? The teacher would say, if you had come, I would have helped you. The teacher says, if you had come, I would have helped you. This is unfulfilled. This is not imaginary, but it is quite impossible. The exam gone, the student did not come, the teacher did not help him. So, luckily, the student got lower marks in the exam. So, the teacher says, if you had come, I would have helped you. But this is unfulfilled. The student would not come, the exam would not be there again. So, it is unfulfilled chance. We can mark the structure of verb here. Past perfect, you had come, and would have plus past participle. This is B3, helped. We can say this is past participle. So, this type of structures are used in different types of if sentences. If 1, if 2 and if 3. If 1, 50-50 chance. If 2, imaginary. And if 3 is unfulfilled. So this is the example of if 3. So students, I hope your doubt is clear regarding if clauses or conditional clauses. So thank you for watching this video class. Have a good day. Bye bye.